Light and fast climbing it's just more fun because you don't have to carry as much gear, because carrying a heavy backpack sucks. Once you kind of go up, it's up to your skills.
The idea for climbing quickly in the mountains just comes out of the need for safety. The less time you're exposed to rockfall and bad weather, the safer you are. Climbing light and fast also sometimes is called or encompassed in Alpine style climbing. And Alpine style climbing comes from the Alps, hence the name. In Alpine climbing, we're always trying to refine all the different aspects of climbing. I mean, whether it's fitness, whether it's experience, knowledge, technical climbing skills, our clothing systems, our gear, and those refinements collectively allow us to climb bigger routes, harder routes in less time and with more safety margin and a greater chance of success.
I think about like Yvon Chouinard's generation, or like my dad, Michael Kenny's generation. There's like this sense of adventure and the unknown that I don't really think that my generation will ever fully understand, because of all the technology that we have and the sat phones and the social media. They didn't have any of that. They were experiencing the mountains, I think, in a lot different way than I will. My dad, he was like one of the first expeditions really to like go explore the Choctaw, and that was in 1978. I think that a lot of things have certainly changed about those mountains. My dad had no idea what Laytok really even looked like when he went there. He'd seen one photo. I mean, I can go onto Google and see like as many photos as I want. That's certainly changed, I think, like just kind of the common knowledge about the area.
Climbing with minimal amount of equipment, you just don't have very much margin for error. So you have to really like hit that sweet spot. Part of that, I think, is having the right kit. I think the key to a good kit or the perfect kit is actually versatility. It has to be light, and it just has to be applicable to a wide range of conditions. And one example of that was Vince and I in 2005 on Nanga Parbat. And one of the things people comment on often when I show pictures and tell the story of that climb was how lightly we were dressed. In the bottoms, we had like capelline, we had insulated soft shell pants, and then we had what's now the DOS pant. That was it. We had 3 layers for our legs. For top layers, I was wearing, at that time, a R.5, R1 hoodie, R3, Houdini shell, and a DOS parka. We each had 2 pairs of gloves and 1 pair of mittens. That was it. Like for a almost 27,000 foot high peak, like that's not very much clothing. It's the highest mountain wall in the world. So if you have a 30-pound pack at sea level, the equivalent would be like carrying a 150-pound pack at sea level. That's what it feels like. Being light and having a 3-ounce shell instead of a 16-ounce shell or a 32-ounce shell is a huge difference. Just picking that right balance of tools. In climbing, clothing is a tool. It's also sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, because the lighter you go, the faster you can go, but also the faster you need to go. And that's where commitment comes in.
Alpine style climbing is, by definition, very committing, because you don't have that much gear to fall back on.
Alpine style climbing is a big sort of aesthetic component. I think it's sort of the beauty of just starting at the bottom of the mountain with a partner and a couple backpacks and going from the bottom to the top and back in one sort of continuous flow. The most beautiful way to experience climbing mountains.